Hello there, my name's Cademan. Sometimes some people call me Mr. Cow, but this is my domain, my animated theater. So this is my little review, having just watched Doctor Who special Joy to the World. Now, right off the bat, I want to say this episode I was pleasantly surprised by. And I was pleasantly surprised by it because I expected to not like it at all. Would I watch this episode again? Probably not. Maybe if I wanted to make a more in-depth review on it, but at the end of the day, I liked it more than I thought I would, but not as much as I wanted to. I thought that the Doctor in this particular episode showed more character than he did in all of the last season. I didn't feel like he was particularly written the best in the last season. I thought the companion was likable. Actually, both companions I thought were quite likable, but we'll have to get to the issues I have with them in a bit now. A lot of the jokes landed for me. The concept of the time hotel didn't entirely work for me. The idea that, like, every hotel has these extra doors that, like, no one knows why they're there. I get that it's doing that sort of thing that Stephen Moffat is sort of famous for, where it's sort of taking something ordinary and making it feel supernatural, which a lot of times can be kind of cool, like in the case of The Weeping Angel, though I would say that they sort of take that too far at points. Angels in Manhattan, I'm looking at you. I think that's the name of that really bad episode. But the Statue of Liberty isn't even made out of stone, so I don't know how it can be a weeping angel. Also, someone's always going to be looking at it, so even if it is a weeping angel, it can just never move. But anyway, yeah, the idea of the hotel rooms having these doors to, like, this magical time hotel, I was kind of on board with, but at the same time, it didn't exactly work for me because, like, none of the workers know why these doors are here and they don't question it. And there's even the line in this episode where she's like, "Oh yeah, other rooms have these doors, but they're just closets and stuff like that." And it's like, well, you never thought to ask what this door is in this room? So I had a little bit of a hard time with that, which is unfortunate because I did like the idea of, like, time hotel thing, and, like, and it also begs the question, like, these doors are open while people are staying in these rooms. So then how do they, like, schedule for you to stay in the room? There's just too much that was unexplained for me. My other big problem with this episode is it was called Joy to the World. Everything said that it was going to be about joy, but she honestly didn't have that much screen time. I didn't know her very well, which, like, I'm a big fan of one-off companions like that, um, like we have in Voyage of the Damned, which is one of my favorite episodes, but at this point I just didn't know her, and, like, I enjoyed what I saw of her character. I thought she was kind of fun, but they just didn't give her enough to do throughout the episode, because for a portion of the episode, the Doctor was working at this hotel for a year, which fun story premise, but I almost felt like I kind of wish that they sort of merged the characters of the lady at the hotel that he's working with the Joy character, because they just there wasn't enough for the Joy character to do. And when you have an episode named after her and she's like supposed to be the main character of the episode, it just didn't work for me with the large portion where the Doctor was, just sort of waiting in time to come back around. Now they had a few funny jokes that really landed for me, most notably the hotel worker handing him a plunger, and he's like, "Is this thing armed?" Of course, referencing the Daleks, I thought was very good. Also, I guess he made the microwave bigger on the inside, so that was cool. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed the way the Doctor was written in this episode, I think. I felt like Stephen Moffat had an understanding of who this Doctor should be, perhaps more than Russell T does. But yeah, the plot was just a little too holy for me. And by that I mean it had too many holes. Not, I'm not regarding the ending where it ended up being Bethlehem, which was interesting. But yeah, I guess it had really all the problems I have with a Stephen Moffat episode. But at the same time, I did like it better than the entirety of the last season of Doctor Who. So it gave me a little glimmer of hope that we might get some good stories in the Disney Plus season 2. I'm not calling it Neo Who. You can't make me. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. I thought most of the characters were written very well. But yeah, it was just the plot that didn't work for me in the end. And when I say the plot, what I'm trying to say is that it was mostly the way the episode was structured. Um, I wanted to connect with uh, all these characters, but none of them were given enough time to do anything. And at the end of the day, what happened in the episode was basically a bunch of nothing. But with that being said, have you seen this episode? Have you seen the last episodes of Doctor Who? What did you think? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it's worse than the entirety of the last season? And why? I want to hear all those things. So yeah, let me know. Maybe we can have a little conversation about it. Bye!